And you're gonna hear it pop a little bit, okay? So we have Tuna here today. He's a 3D artist here in New York City. What are some of the concerns you want to work on?
So my biggest issue is I have a herniated disc from 2 years ago, and I'm not sure if it healed, but ever since the injury happened, my back hasn't been the same. It's stiff, and I have issue like lifting things. Okay. So that's my main issue.
And is it in the lower back?
It's in the lumbar spine, yes.
Do you remember which ones? Like L4, L5?
It's between 4 and 5.
Okay.
But I'm not sure about what letter it was.
Okay, that's okay. And how much has it healed? Do you do weightlifting at all, or running, or anything like that?
I can do light exercises, but when it comes to like running, a lot of jumping around, like pressure on the spine, I start feeling it on my hips. Like it feels like my hips start getting locked down. Okay. So we're going to be careful around that area today because I just met him. I'm not going to go in and blast it or anything. Let's show me, is there any direction, like if you bend forward or lean back, that you would say that's where I feel it? Like, is there any place right now you could say, I feel it today? Not as I'm standing now, but if I were to try to like move around more and especially bend down, that's when I will feel it on my hips. Okay, so bend down now. I'll give you space. So, and can you like do any bending where you go, I'm feeling it at this moment? No, I think I had to do repetitions of it in order to feel it. So what's good right now is at least I know it's not so unstable or fragile that you can't even touch your toes without being in horrible pain. Right. Once in a while we get someone that comes in the office that literally cannot get on this table, and I have to make a decision whether I can even work on them today or if I need to send them to an emergency room. Right. So this is not where it is, but this happened 2 years ago. Yes. And you are doing your life and things. It's just something you always notice. I've been doing physical therapy as well. I've been doing yoga extensively once a week with a physical therapist, and that's been helping a lot. Okay. And how's the neck, the back, the mid-back? The mid-back is a little stiff as well, but my neck is fine. Okay, yeah, neck is fine. So let's get you on the table face down. Also, my hamstrings are really tight. Okay. What's interesting about hamstrings, and they're worth working on constantly, put your nose down, meaning it might have to be part of your life is to always stretch your hamstrings. Yeah. But if we see someone with a tight hamstring, we almost always see someone with a lower back something, lower back tightness, lower back stiffness, pain. Or a lot of times it's the other way too. If someone has a lower back issue, those hamstrings are not too far away and maybe they're involved. But let's play with a few little things first, okay? I'm going to bring your legs up like this. And as I bring them up, do you get any tightening in your hips or lower back? Just slightly on the hips. Point to a spot. So you're pointing to both spots, both left and right across the L4, L5 area. Now take this leg and lift it as high as you can like this, and then put it down. But do that by yourself. Lift it up and put it down. And then lift this side. Lift it up, put it down. So you're going to do it again, but this time notice if anything hurts or feels tight or stiff. And if it does, stick your thumb in or your finger in and say, that's the spot. I'm feeling it now when I'm lifting. So right in the middle of the leg lift, jam your thumb or finger into a spot. If there is one, there might not be a spot. But do you notice anything? Lift it higher, much higher. Nothing? No. Good. Do this side. Anything? No. Good. Lie on your back. Let's do something else, okay? And this is also giving me a little assessment of, how vulnerable or how unstable this is. If he can't lift this leg without pain, I have a different case I'm working on than if he's pain-free or motion-free, where he can do almost any type of motion. And right now, nothing showed up yet as a crisis, which is good. I don't want him to be in a crisis. So leaving your foot straight up, hold this leg and don't let me push it down. So give it strong. Good. And that was really strong. Now I'm going to turn out, which changes it a little bit. Hold it really strong. Hold. And that's really strong. So I'm happy about this stuff. Hold your leg strong. Make it strong. Good. And turn it out and hold it strong. Good. So turn face down again. Fix the paper so you can breathe. Make sure you can always rip it a little bit. Now I'm going to put these alignment shoes on. I just want to see what I see here. So far, again, we didn't, he told me he had a bad disc 2 years ago. He tells me that even though it healed quite a bit, that he still notices it. And it still has changed the way he works out. Instead of lifting heavy weights all the time, he's now doing more yoga, which could be a good thing anyway. But let's bring the legs together. And as you do, you can see the right leg is pulling short about 1 centimeter. Now I bring it up to position 2 and they even. I bring it past to position 3, which is breaking the 90-degree plane and looking back again. And they're even. So the first thing I have is just in this position 1. That's the only place that it's pulling short. I'm going to just pull down on the knees. Sometimes that makes a change. It does not. I'm going to push into his bottom of his pelvis to see if he has a PI ilium, a posterior and inferior. That evened it out. Let me pull back down on that hip and the leg goes short. Let me push in again and the leg's even. So that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to start on the ischiotuberosity, which is the sits bone. I'm going to adjust it on a 45-degree plane, getting under the bone and kind of up a little bit too. I like to reverse the angle of this. And I reach in and I'm going to adjust right into that on the highest setting. Right near it is the sacrotuberous ligament. And I'm going to adjust in there. I'm going to also adjust through the glute. Now I'm going to come back down and look at the feet again. And now they're even in position 1. I bring them to position 2. They stay even. Push them all the way forward, which is position 3. They're fine. Put your right wrist on your lower back. So this arm's going to come up like this. And the legs are even. That's an isolation test for L5. Put that arm down and switch arms, please. And that's even for L4. Let's just put both arms on the lower back. You can put them on top of each other. And that made it go short. And that's going to be on the right side. So what showed up just now is L2. And L2 is up here. Let's lift this up. The top of the hip crest is approximately L4. I come up, and right here I find a knot. Do you feel that one?
Yeah.
So let's just do that one. So I'm on L2. I'm on the superior articular process of L2. Actually, I didn't feel like I got it good, so I'm going to hit it again. And now put both wrists on the lower back again like this and this. And I come back down, look at the feet, and they're balanced. Let's do this. Let's hop ahead. I'm going to have you put both palms up here. Just reach them up, and that's going to check T8, and the legs go short again. So let's come in, find T8. You feel that spot there?
Yeah.
You feel it a lot, right?
Yeah.
It's tender. And what I feel is a really wicked muscle knot right there. So I'm going to get T8. I'm going to get the corresponding rib on the other side. I'm going to jump up and get a few of these because they're just hopping out at me. I have a lot of confidence in my palpation skills because I've been doing this over 5,000 treatments a year for 22 years. So do the math, it's over 100,000 treatments. So you start to get really good at finding this stuff. I love the technique that shows me where to look, but I can also just touch and feel this. I mean, tell me, Tuna, do you feel these?
Yeah, I do.
They're really tight, right?
Right.
So now I'm going to just put my side of my elbow into this. And so this wasn't a chief complaint for him, but it's something I noticed. Like right there, how much does that kill?
Oh, I can't speak.
He can't even speak, he said. And how about that one? Now, he told me he's a 3D artist. So I don't know a lot about that, but I know that he probably is at a computer many hours a day.
Yep. Most of the day.
And what's different, some people are at the computer just lightly typing here and there, but a 3D artist is staring into the computer. They have to concentrate. It's a different level of leaning into a computer than other professions. You're not just chatting on the phone and clicking on a few things. You're in there. Look at this one. Isn't this horrible right here? So he's going to get this stuff. The neck, the back. They're not a chief complaint because he never herniated that. Now turn your face to the right. How does your neck feel when you turn to the right?
Yeah, I feel it on my traps.
Traps. So I'm going to just come and help him with some of these points here. And then we're going to also adjust him by hand today. So we're going to do 2 layers on him. And now turn your face to center and then to the right again. And let me know if it's changed at all. So now turn to the right.
Yeah, it's a lot looser.
Okay, work me a little harder than that. Face back to center. Point to where you still feel it. Because you got me now, so you might as well get the most out of this session.
It's more like a stretch on the...
Show me, point. All right, so let's do that a little bit, okay? Head back to center. I'm going to drive my elbow into there.
Yeah.
And you feel this one?
Yeah.
A lot or a little?
A lot.
A lot. Okay, how about that one?
Right there.
It's horrible, right?
Yeah.
Good. Not that it's horrible, but good that we found it. Okay. Turn your head again. Is it getting there?
Yeah, definitely.
Good. So I'm going to come in a little bit more with the adjusting instrument. And now turn your face to this side. Tell me about this side.
It's a lot more stiff.
It's stiff on this side because we haven't worked this side yet. I'm going to do some of the same stuff. I'm going to do the traps first. I'm searching for those horrible trigger points. And the trigger point is like a bundle of muscle in that really hurts and that doesn't go away. So there's a chronic nature to a trigger point. It's not just there one day and 5 minutes later it's gone, but it's the one that always hurts. It's the one that you're grabbing a lacrosse ball and trying to dig out on your own. It's the one that you always feel at the end of a long day. Those are the ones I'm looking for. Turn your face to the left. We getting closer?
Yeah.
Do you feel it higher in the neck now?
Yeah.
Good.
Exactly where I had it on the right side.
Yeah. So do it again. Turn to the left.
Still there.
Point to it. Okay, so let's get back into there. Now try it.
Okay, it's good.
It's good. Okay. So I'm going to take these shoes off of you. All right. Made you all red there. Sorry. So I'm going to adjust into here. So I'm going to have you crawl forward. And I'm going to adjust deep into the lower cervicals. And you're going to hear it pop a little bit, okay? Here, let me move this paper out of the way. And I'm going to do one on this side. Now turn your face left and right, see what it feels like.
So much better.
Okay, good. Let's do a little more. I'm going to do a spot up in here. Do you feel this horrible spot here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm lowering the table so I have a little leverage because I'm not tall enough to do it at full height. Big breath in and blow it out. Good. Now I'm going to have you lie on your side facing me, please. You're going to put your head here. I'm going to pull this arm through. And I'm going to do a very light one because I know about the L4, L5. So I just want to see what it gives me. So sometimes I just slam this thing, but not in his case. I'm just going to roll a little bit. Now when I didn't even put pressure on it, just released.
Yeah.
So I, instead of going wham, like you can on some people, I just jiggled it and it went pa, 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 and just released on its own. So bring it to the other side. On a scale of 0 to 10 or 1 to 10, I probably did about a 2 of force, right? Or a 1. What would you say?
No, I was very light.
Yeah, very light. So I think it was really ready to let go. So here's again. Here's one. That's it. That's enough. Lie on your back. I'm still curious about that mid-back because he was so tight in there. And I really think that's work-related. Scoot to me. Do you think so, like from hours at computers and stuff?
Yeah, after a while you start losing posture and you don't even realize it.
Yeah, so he's saying after a while your posture just lets go. Oh, there you go. So that's really good. Put your hands on your belly now. I just want to pull on your ankles a little, on your legs. Just try to open you up. Get as much movement, mobility as possible. So I'm going to pull on this leg. That one's fine. Good. Toes a little bit.
I felt it on the lumbar spine when you pulled on the left.
Did it feel okay or too much?
Yeah, it was fine.
Little toe pop in. Good. Come stand and see how you feel. But do this. Turn to your side. It's much safer. And then push up that way. That's how they teach in yoga, right?
Yeah.
Good. So stand now. And move around and see how you feel. You can even bend down a little bit. Although you didn't feel it in the beginning, so we don't get such a good before and after. But you should feel loose.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I felt that my hamstrings especially were a lot tighter.
So the hamstrings, I want you to stretch every day.
Yeah.
Let me look at your wrists. Again, he's at the computer a lot, so I'm thinking wrists. I just want this guy to open up.
I do get some shooting pain.
So you
like
do
on
get
my
stuff
elbow.
in here.
Yes.
And you feel that nasty spot there?
Yeah, it's sensitive. Ooh.
Yeah. Let this fall down. There it goes. Let's do thumb. Nice, right?
Yeah.
Let's do this one. There it goes. That's fine. What do you think?
Great.
All right, I appreciate it.